Alright guys, back on to Colorado. So we've been driving this thing, putting some miles on it. If you haven't watched my other videos, some of this you've already heard. If you've watched it, if you hadn't, we'll clue you in. It's been going, I don't know, a month. We've drove it several times. The girlfriend drives me around. If you don't know my story, if you're new to the channel, I'm legally blind. Was born with bad eyesight, had a lot of surgeries as a child, wore glasses all my life, but I've been a mechanic all my life. So about 4 years ago, actually it took me till I was 32 to find a doctor that would help me get driver's license. So I got driver's license at 32, and with the use of telescope glasses. And then about 5 years ago, I had a decline in eyesight right after I renewed my license. And I quit driving. And I've recently, over my last birthday here last month, turned my license in and got an ID card. So when I get a car ready to test drive, I have to find somebody to drive it. I only have one eye, and I now have a spot in my eye that doesn't work right. And like driving down the highway or riding down the highway with somebody else, I can see everything fine, but I noticed that the broken line, or the right line on my right, I can't see it. I can see everything, it's not black, and if I move my head I can see it. Well, car tail lights, I can't see the right tail light unless I move my head around. It's crazy. So anyway, I can't drive anymore. You know what, could be a kid on a bicycle in that blind spot that I'd never see, so I'm not risking it. Anyway, so I have to get a driver to drive me around. So my girlfriend's drove me around a couple of days, and this thing worked perfect. Runs smooth, worked great. Of course, we didn't have the air conditioner done yet. And so we drove it around a few days, and it run fine. It's smooth, didn't have any miss. Any, you know, I mean, it was perfect. So I get in here and charge the air conditioner and get it fixed up. And then my son comes over. Me and him take it for a drive. Now he drives a bit more aggressively than she does, which is fine. You know, you got to test it out. So we get out here on the road, and he just, you know, does a hard pull. Well, it goes to second gear, you know, and it's tacking pretty high RPM, pulling hard and sounding good and feeling good, and it just died like you cut the key off. Completely quit running, stalled out. Pulled over the side of the road, it will not start. Play around with it. So I get out under the hood, have no tools with me. Get out under the hood, unplug the mass airflow. Truck cranks up, but it's not running right. I mean, it sounds horrible. So we drove it around for a while with the mass airflow unplugged, and it just never run right. You could smell raw fuel. It was horrible. So we drove it like that a few times, hoping it would straighten itself out. Plugged the mass airflow in, and it doesn't make any difference now whether it's plugged in or not. And the only code I have is for the mass airflow. I have heater circuit out of range, I think. It's the P0102 and the P0113. But the sensor check's good, the wiring check's good, so maybe pinned wrong. I gotta get to that later. So yesterday, I get out here, crank it up, got a dead cylinder, and I start unplugging coils. Number 2 is not hitting. You can unplug it, the engine doesn't change. It's just like pulling the spark plug wire off of an old small block Chevrolet. You know, you just pull the wire off, put it back. If the engine changes, that cylinder's hitting. Well, I do the same thing here. There's no code for a miss. What's a 301, a 300 random misfire? There's no misfire codes, and I don't know if that's because of the way the computer's set up from current performance, or why it's not throwing a code for a misfire, because it has a dead cylinder. You can see it, the shake, you can feel it when you drive it, you can hear it in the exhaust. So anyway, I unplugged the coils, and everyone's hitting the same except for number 2's not hitting. So I moved the coil. I changed 2 and 3. Well, it's not 2, it's actually 1357 over here, so it's number 3 cylinder. So I changed 3 and 5. 3 is still not hitting, but 5 is hitting. So now we know the coil's good, right? I did put new plugs and wires in it not long ago because of smelling the fuel. I thought maybe it fouled a plug, and these were original to the 130,000 mile engine. So they were, you know, probably due. The wires were in real bad shape. So I changed all that. Didn't help it any. Swapped the coils. That didn't help it. Unplugged the injector. That didn't make any difference, although you couldn't really hear the fuel anymore. But, so I tore it apart. I got the fuel rail loose, see. And the number 3 injector is leaking. You can blow through it, and you shouldn't be able to blow through it when you, without electricity, you know, without the computer opening it. And I also noticed when this thing sets overnight, it's hard to start. You know, it's losing fuel pressure. You have to build fuel pressure, and it'll start. So I suspected before I ever started this diagnostic that it had a bad injector, but of course I wasn't exactly sure which one. But anyway, it is a bad injector. So we picked up a new injector this morning. We're going to put it back together. And by the end of this video, I don't know how long it'll take, we're going to put the injector in it, get it all back together and get it running right. And then we're going to pull the radiator out of it and change the cooling fans and put it back. That's the goal of this video. Like I said, it may be done today, and it may take a while. I've got a video started on my little Nissan car, and I think that first half of that video was a month old, and I hadn't even back messed with it. Things aggravating me. So anyway, that's where we're at. We're gonna get off here, and I can't film and work. I use my cell phone, my Android phone, and I don't have anybody to film for me, or you know, do the work for me would be better. I can do the filming. That would be a whole lot better for me. But anyway, so we'll get off here. We'll come back in a second for you, and who knows how long it'll be for me. See you in a minute. All right, guys, got the injector in, fixed the mist, got the radiator out, and here's the fans I was running off of Amazon. 210 inches. Didn't move enough air. This is what we got going now. Get back over here with the lights a little better. 07 Chrysler or Dodge Charger fans for 5.7 Charger. Dual fans. Supposed to work a lot better, move a lot more air. Tech screwed it right to the plastic around the radiator. Put a couple zip ties on it just in case. And we're going to put it in and get her wired up. We'll be back. We get her wired up and full of water. All right, guys, back on to Colorado here. Got her finished up last night, or actually this morning. You can see the fans. They move a lot more air. This thing was running a notch above the middle before, and now it's running on the middle or maybe a little bit below. It'll get to the middle, and the second fan comes on, and it pulls it right back down. Of course, one fan's running. Oh, get this rag out of the way. One fan's running with the air conditioner. So we'll bust her off here. Injector fixed my hard start problem. Sounds lots better. Lots better. You can get a fan to come on here. It should come on pretty quick because the AC's on. Squeaking in. There she is. Now, well, the other fans, you couldn't even hardly hear them. That's just one. You'll have to run quite a bit before the second one will come on. But anyway, got the fans done, the mist done. We still have a issue with the mass airflow meter. And still got to take care of that. Sound like the second fan already. Yep, it is already the second fan. Surely it's not that warm already. Let's see where it's at. Maybe the air conditioner's hot. It's hot outside today. Nah, it's still cold. So anyway, that's where we're gonna leave it. Like, share, follow, tell everybody. Try to grow my channel. 272 subscribers. Appreciate all you guys helping me out, commenting and voicing your opinion on my projects. We get the as far as I know, we have a oh, I got one more thing to show you. I got this sensor right here. This is supposed to go on the ground cable, but I got to redo my ground cable. It's not long enough. I tried to find the factory ground cable, but I can't find one. This turned the battery light off in the dash, so we got to fix the mass airflow sensor. I think it's pinned wrong, and I think we got a bad wheel hub. We'll go drive it and see. It's got a code for a left front wheel speed sensor, and it's making noise, but when you roll it, it feels good. So may just throw one on it for peace of mind. That way I don't have to worry about it. Anyway, we get the wheel speed sensor problem fixed, mass airflow fixed, and the ground cable, then this baby's ready to be sold. So anyway, that's where we're gonna leave it. Appreciate you guys watching. See you on the next one.